When considering our carbon footprint, many overlook the impacts that our clothes have. The fashion industry is a cornerstone to our society, with new trends and styles coming into our closets every year. But what are the long-term impacts of our shopping sprees and wardrobe updates? The clothing industry is a major contributor to climate change and pollution. The environmental impacts are rooted in every step of the industry, from production to wear to disposal. A key part of reducing our carbon footprint is an awareness of our consumption practices. A group of young conscious fashion designers in Harare, Zimbabwe, LXD, the League of Extraordinary Designers, are playing their part in upcycling clothing material.
Hello world, how are you doing? My name is Hilan Munerenyu III, and I'm a fashion designer and I'm an artist. And I can't even describe myself anymore because I do everything that has to do with art. So basically I can pretty much say I'm a disciple of art.
I am Tafaz Wesangweme, aka Ozdafat. Ozdafat, that's my designing name. I am a fashion designer. I am a lifestylist. I do music, I am a musician. We also do everything that is connected to fashion, be it your footwear, be it your headwear, be it your tactical wear.
My name is Justin Kupampindi, that's my government name, you might wonder. Then my designer name is Justin Knockout, it's also an artist name. We make music apart from fashion. We're also with LXD, League of Extraordinary Designers. That's something new that you're gonna find out about a little bit later because we're still unveiling the package at the moment. But yeah, Della Taylor is where we are based at. That's in Kremlin. That's where we work with designers here. You know, we also have tailoring experience, videography experience, you know, different, you know, traits that we hold, you know, that make up the creative central hub of this whole engine that we're creating. That's LXD that's coming.
Right now, the thing is, we are actually pretty much trying to save the world. Let's start from there. I'd say we're working with upcycling, right? And when you're talking about upcycling, basically we're saying we're saving all those clothes that you guys are about to throw away. And this is gonna be, you know, redone into like jackets, backpacks, into something else that's more different, I guess, but still giving it more life.
You can see this chair, we repurposed old jeans. We decided that we cannot throw away this old jeans, so we decided to repurpose it on an old chair. So this is what we do. Basically we do anything, even furniture we can do. That's what we do. We LXD, the League of Extraordinary Designers.
I think it's not relevant, or is it? It's not a point of a debate, or it's not a thing that we have to start, you know, sitting down and pondering upon. It's a matter of urgency that we need to take up this cause of upcycling everything that we're using. Because if you look at the figures in East Asia, where there's markets making mass production of clothing in huge quantities, and you wonder where all those garments are going. Probably they're going to superstars that wear the garments once or twice and they never see them, they get donated. And this is ending up as heap of rubbish in Africa. And you know, so the funny thing is, like, we're getting these piles of used clothes, but we never asked for them. So we found a way of turning these leftover clothes into, you know, a work of art that somebody can appreciate and buy for value maybe of 200 and send it back to the people that, you know, created this mess in the first place. And they should actually put, you know, pay a lot for, as in terms of the price for the thing, because we're doing the big job of, you know, recycling the material, and we're trying to limit, you know, global damage that's been going on with global warming. And you know, the damage is getting extensively bad and we need to do something about it. So it's not a matter of we need to sit down and think about it. It's an act now. So we're already on that boat, on the trend, and we need to get on that. Everyone needs to get on the same page as of now.
Right now, I'll say it's actually starting from, you know, like if you look at it from a microscopic type of, you know, view, I'll say it's playing a very pivotal part. because I feel like it all starts from somewhere, and we're on that somewhere. So now we're saying if we're gonna start, then somebody else is gonna follow. Now that we're actually talking about it, other people are actually gonna be more aware, you know, to the cause, and then how many people are gonna follow it. Then, you know, we keep it a culture that keeps growing, and then we keep on saving the world. I feel like that is what we need right now, and it has not been presented to quite a lot of people because, you know, obviously, you know, there are various reasons to it, but now we want to make sure that people are aware of, you know, these things like, yo, you do not need to throw away your old clothes. We can actually just repurpose them and then, you know, use them for a longer period. That's it.
Basically, what I can say is upcycling is something that can be sustainable. We can take a look at fashion. Fashion is one of the biggest polluters in the world because you see clothing cannot decay. Someone throws away his shirt, someone throws away his shoe, then they end up polluting the world. So the main purpose here is to give life back again. A jean can be made into a bag can be made into something or a smaller bag. But we need to push the awareness so that people get to know that something, when it is torn up, it can be reused.
As an introduction to fashion, I'll say that came from, well, I think from the time that my mom knew how to dress me. I think that is where it all started, because the whole thing was to try to impress her. First of all, it was trying to look smart, and then when it got to a later age, now it became like, no, okay, fine. Apart from that, I know everybody else wants to look smart, but how can I look creative? That became the new pursuit. So I think that is what led pretty much to the whole fashion trip that we're talking about now. We are motivated on like just trying to be the best, trying to bring out the best in our creativity, trying to challenge the limits of our, you know, creativity. That has been the fuel to everything, because we believe that you're only as good as your last work. So you have to make sure that you push yourself to the limit. And right now, with the team of great designers that I've been with, I've been seeing like just surprises each and every day, because it's, to me, it's satisfaction when you see your own partners coming up with, like, you know, mind-breaking ideas, you know, straight up. Because the funniest story is we all started up as friends, you know, no business, but it was all, you know, friendship that pretty much led to that. So the bond is pretty much deeper than that, because to us we consider it as brotherhood. So the people that I've met and the team that I'm working with right now, that is the fuel behind everything else that we do. So in terms of our product, this is some of the bags that we're actually doing, and this is our exciting, you know, I'm very hardy when it comes to this, because I believe we need to save the world. So this is part of our upcycling project that we're doing. So these are backpacks, and just make sure from what you can see already, this was a flap of a pocket. So we switched it up, and then we said, nah, let's still use it as a pocket, but on a backpack. That's it. So these were my old jeans, and then I even had like just a brown contrast. This is from like I think these was leftover scraps from the jeans that we also had, and then we cut them up. This is what I used as the straps, and as you can see right now, I'm actually about to finish it up. We're gonna have our webbing and everything, but it's all gonna be done from stuff that was about to be thrown away. So let's get to save the world. We'll bring in with some, you know, like just something that's a bit trendy. That's more fashion, that's more urban. So that's what we're trying to push right now. As you can see the contrast. That's it. And then apart from that, we also doing like your African attires. Please, like you better come here and get to see this. So we got your shirts. Basically, you wanna be flexing in summer. You know, these are the shirts that we also doing. And apart from that, we also have like your school uniform. So if you want to do back to school, please, we the guys just call up. We also doing these. This is part of the shoe collection that we're actually doing as well, as you guys can see. This is especially well crafted by wow, this is Ulstercraft. Actually, you're gonna get to meet him actually. So this is some of the shoes that we actually doing right now, as you can see. And this is Upcycling, by the way. So these were old jeans. This was an old shirt. So all of this came together to create. And then the sole part, right? As you can see, this one here is still new, but it came from well, there was a bale that came in from Korea, and the whole top part was messed up. And they were about to throw it away, and we were like, nah, give that to us, and then we can actually just remake everything else that, just to bring it back and, give it a new lease of life. But yeah, please come through and order those. And then, apart from that, we're also doing caps, and these caps, these are also being made from Upcycling. So we're running with that theme. The base was an old cap that we ended up actually just breaking down, and then we took that. And then all of these, I'm sure as you can see, like the whole faded black, these were old jeans. They were Levi Strauss jeans that we actually just tore down, and then we took the fabric and then repurposed it. And then apart from that, what do we have here, right? This is semi-finished, but I'm sure from what you can see, this is a fusion of like denim and well, khaki drill. This collection right here is basically meant for those other people that just want to make sure that they blend in one with the denim fever that's there, because everybody knows that denim usually goes well with like brown tan. So that, for people who want to mess around with denim, that is, we're the guys too. So make sure that, you just keep us on the dial, and then you come through, you get some stuff. And then from here, we're also going to be talking about the dog harnesses. Like, we actually just made a new concept. I'm sure from the visuals that you guys are going to be seeing, we're actually making like a new concept for tactical vests. That's for dogs. So anybody else who wants something that's done, customized, on the way that according to the way that they want, you can actually get to do that for you guys.
Problem we are facing is the market. The right market, the right people for the idea. If only we were able to reach the mass market. I can say yes, I'm making a living out of upcycling, but sometimes I can go for 2 months, 3 months without rent, because most of my customers are not local customers. The local people do not appreciate upcycling, recycling to that level. They just see it as something normal. Wow, it was a jean, now it's a bag. Oh, cool.
The first major challenge that we're facing was to convince the mind that this is old, but we can actually make it new. That ideology, just to make sure that they understand the idea of saying, do not throw away that stuff, because we have been created in such a way that people are now like, yo, you know what? This is old. I'm gonna get rid of it. I don't need it anymore. If something is torn, it can't be a style anymore. You need something that's. So that was the first challenge. Trying to get people to understand that no, you know what? You do not necessarily need to throw away your clothes. We can actually play around with them, bring something else that's a bit different. That was the bigger challenge. And then we're also looking at like just the economical challenges as well. Because you're looking at the fact that yes, I'm trying to be creative, but I also need to feed my family. So the biggest part now where we have been lacking, I think, as creatives is being our own middleman, because we do not know how to sell our product. Not just to sell our product, but to sell our product for the right price. So you barely get time to actually meet your end customers, the ones that really do know the value of that. So that has been a major challenge, in us trying to get out there as creatives and also get recognition, and then at the same time also be able to feed your family and grow your empire. So we're looking at the economical challenges, the ideological challenges, and then now, after that, we're looking at the fact that, yes, our economy is pretty much strained right now. And quite a lot of people are not that willing to, part with their money. One, for fashion that's luxurious. People would be willing to spend their money on functional clothing, because that is the thing, that is the bottom line right there. People are working with, minimal budgets. So they can't go in there and be like, I can buy a jacket for like $200, or I can buy this bag for such and such. So that has been a problem. Right now, one thing I would want to say is I am very proud of the industry right now, because we have been taking those baby steps to actually grow our brand. For the most part, actually, I've been seeing brands pop out, and I've been seeing stuff on even social media, and it's very exciting. It's such an exciting time actually to be in Zim right now and be a creative, because other people are now coming up. You get to see different concepts. Like just today alone, I was networking with somebody else who is going to be wearing our merchandise, but they are pushing a whole other wave of designers that are also coming up, and which is an exciting part. So for designers, I would want to say, like, guys, let's keep on pushing. Let's keep on pushing. In fact, I'm not even talking about just designers themselves, but just everybody. Zimbabwe, I feel like the solutions are very close. They're very close to us. The moment we just start networking, coming together, and we start doing things, show off our skills, and be able to actually just link up and brainstorm on ideas, because I feel like we have all the solutions that we need. As the designer as a designer community, I feel like, guys, I was watching TV the other day, and I saw a Zimbabwean designer who was, showcasing in, Peru Fashion Week. That's amazing. I'm like, yo, you know what? That's breaking the barrier right there. So guys are laying foundations for, the future of our kids, our designers and creatives. So let's get to do it. Let's continue pushing. And we need to actually do more fashion shows and more collaborations. I feel like if we can actually get to collaborate quite more and get to see exactly how much we can do, one for ourselves and for the rest of the world, and even just be able to show off the stuff that we're doing, because we do some amazing stuff, but the fact that we are not together, we're not pushing things, sometimes it slows down the pace. Quite a lot of other people don't even know what we're doing. You check. So now if we can have like a solid structure to say the designer community is coming together, we're having conferences where we're saying, let's get to educate ourselves, let's get to educate each other on how best we can be able to become internationally recognized brands. I feel like that is the foundation. But for now, I'm super impressed in the sense that, people are growing, people are working into the cause of, we need to define ourselves as Zimbabwean designers, yes. As far as I'm seeing as well, like I see the light in the tunnel. People are waking up actually to, the designer world, because people are fed up with like the same old product that is flooded all over the place. And then people are now having to find out that, there are 3-4 other people who are wearing the same thing. So the Zimbabwean community, per se, like for starters, that they're slowly awakening to that. Like, no, now we need to go to designers to get their stuff done. So I would say like there's growth. There's growth in the industry. First of all, we have a workshop in Cranbourne, that's 85 Shaftesbury Road. That's where we actually do all the work. And then you can also get in touch with us. We have a Facebook page and an Instagram page. That's Dollar Taylor. And now this is gonna be the new surprise, right? This is the little baby that has been cooking up for all this time. Dollar Taylor is the parent brand. Basically, this just represents, the operations of everything. But the name of the label is, the League of Extraordinary Designers. So that's LXD. So that is the new baby that's going to be coming up. As soon as you see that LXD sign, that you better know that it's the League of Extraordinary Designers, and that is the new brand that we're actually going to be pushing in terms of our merchandise. So yeah, you guys get ready for it.